Three news stories for you. Firstly, Eskinder Nega, head of Baldira's party, today met with some UN officials in Addis Ababa. He and two of his deputies, they met with the UN officials in Addis Ababa about the situation in Valaga. Skandar Naga wants the UN to investigate what's happening in Oromia. Secondly, viewers, we saw some pictures a few hours ago from Somali region. The pictures were shared by newly formed Congress for Somali Cause, CSC, newly established opposition alliance in the Somali region. The pictures show presence of government forces in the streets of Jegjega, Somali region's capital. Now, CSC and Somali regional government, they have conflicting statements and positions about these security officials who were seen on the streets of Jegjega. Lastly, Al Jazeera has shared a news story written by some journalists, including Zakaria Zilalam, Ethiopian journalist. The news story is about the plight of Tigrayan detainees. We know that thousands of Tigrayans were detained after the imposition of national emergency and before that as well. What is the situation of these detainees? The article, the news story explains in detail what these Tigrayans are going through. They need money to be released. They are victims of extortion and bribery. Viewers, we'll have a look at this article. Firstly, Eskinder Nega, head of Baldira's party, today visited UN office in Addis Ababa. He met with some UN officials. Why did he go there? He provided the UN officials with some evidence, including audio and video evidence. He told UN officials that Amhara ethnic community members in Valaga and West Shore zone of Oromia region were in the danger of genocide. He claimed genocide is being committed against Amharas in Oromia region, and he urged the United Nations to investigate genocide of Amharas in Oromia region. He accused Oromia regional government of being behind the massacre, alleged massacre of Amharas in Oromia region. Now, I have a question. Firstly, did Eskinder Nega present all this evidence to Ethiopian government, to Ethiopian federal government, to Ethiopian Human Rights Commission? He is trying to involve the UN, while Ethiopian government has been resisting UN investigations into human rights abuses committed in Amhara, Afar, and Tigray. Why is he trying to involve the UN? Does he mean that he does not trust any Ethiopian institution? Firstly. Secondly, will he call for similar UN-led independent investigations into the war crimes, human rights abuses allegedly committed in Tigray? Why is he just advocating for Amharas? He claims to be a national leader. His party claims to be an Ethiopian party. Why is he just raising only those issues which are linked to Amharas? He is champion of Fano's independence. He is champion of Ethiopian Orthodox Church. Now his new preoccupation is Valega. He is lashing out at Oromia regional government. If he is a human rights activist, he should call for independent, neutral investigations into human rights abuses committed in Tigray, Amhara, Afar, Valega as well. Yes. But all human rights abuses should be investigated, not just what happened in Oromia. Is it just a way of furthering his political ambitions? Is he trying to gain foothold in the politics of Amhara region? Secondly, viewers, we saw some pictures of government security forces seen on the streets of Jigjiga city of Somali region. The pictures were shared by newly formed CSC leaders who are abroad, not in Ethiopia. And they claimed that political tensions are rising. That is why Mustafa Umar's government is deploying security forces in markets because there is fear of public uprising in the Somali region. Then Farouk, who is deputy head of Somali region's department, he clarified the situation. He says, the pictures show members of Shimalis Abdisa's security team. Shimalis Abdisa, Oromia president, visited Somali region, I think 48 hours ago. And obviously he was accompanied by his escorts, by his security team. And according to Somali regional government, these are members of Shimalis Abdisa security team who accompanied him. And Somali region has not deployed any security forces in Jigjiga just to scare people, as is being claimed by CSC. Well, yes, there is anti-government opposition alliance in the making, but it's abroad, it's in Kenya. We cannot say that a large-scale uprising has started in the Somali region. So far, we have not seen any such evidence. Thirdly, viewers, very important news story, alarming article written in Al Jazeera by some journalists. They say that they have contacted families, relatives of those Tigrayans who are in detention, who are in custody. We know that in the past few months, thousands of Tigrayans have been taken into custody. Some have been released, some are still in custody in prisons. The article claims that the Tigrayans have to pay bribe to be released. Some middlemen, government officials, including jail wardens, prosecutors, attorney general office's staff, police, they are part of this gang which is involved in extortion. Money is being extorted from these persons, these detainees who are in prison. They have to pay bribe to be released, and they have to pay bribe to use toilet, to use showers, to have water. Alarming. This article is alarming, viewers. In custody Tigrayans have to pay bribe to use toilet, and they are not being provided with enough food. In order to have sufficient amount of food, they need to pay bribe as well. Ethiopian government bodies must investigate what's happening to these Tigrayans who are in custody. It's leading to hatred in Ethiopia. If you keep on treating them in this manner, it will lead to ethnic hatred which will consume Ethiopia. That's inhuman what's happening. If this article is false, if it's incorrect, then the government should clarify. Ethiopian Human Rights Commission, UN human rights bodies, international human rights bodies, they should be given access to these Tigrayans who are in custody. That is the only way to know if this article is false or correct. Problem is that aid agencies, human rights agencies, even government bodies, they don't have government human rights bodies, they don't have free access to these Tigrayans. That is why this extortion, bribery is happening. Ethiopian government, UN human rights body, and Ethiopian Human Rights Commission must do something